Winds of change or wings of change, something of change. Yeah. Well, let's press play on this and we'll get to hear a little more. There might be a few more minutes of silence. If there is, I apologize. No, I don't. Life is just what happens, ain't it? Alright, good. It is plugged Well, we're still waiting, ain't we? It's still not getting to the point where the officer's there, is it? When you make a report to a mandated reporter, it is required that they make a police report. Although some states require you to turn it into the Department of Health and Human Services. The problem is you have to help the victim turn it in, or it goes nowhere. You can't remain ignorant of the situation and pretend that you're trying to help. It doesn't fucking work. You cannot help somebody if you're not willing to find out what they're going through. And if you're not willing to look at evidence, how are you going to advocate for them? Because advocating means that you have to speak up for that person. Megan Missegatis went out of her way to not know shit, to not look at shit. Everybody does this. It's called plausible deniability, and it's against the law for mandated reporters to do it. Now, most of the time when somebody has gone through a traumatic experience that they need to turn into the cops, they start off by saying what the crime is, and then they give details. But when you say what the crime is and they automatically start talking over you, then yes, those cops are going out of their way not to do their fucking jobs. I'm over here in a different parking lot, hoping I don't get fucked with. I probably will. Depends on if Tom runs away from Molly again. She'll come fuck up my vehicle again. Oh, fucking yay. As far as Molly goes, yeah, if she's going to advocate for me, she actually has to do the fucking job. Don't call yourself an advocate if you're not going to advocate. If she's new and doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, then we need to get a professional in to assist her. Or 5 minutes into the recording, it's like I said, there's a big chunk of blank space there. And the worst part is that the cops are the ones who created this fucking situation. Mandated reporters are the ones who created this situation because they didn't want to do their jobs. It is your job. Now, it's pretty obvious that I'm trying to turn in Molly, is it not? We haven't even got to the part where the cop shows up yet. As I waste fucking gas. It's the only way I can fucking get this shit recorded and put up where it needs to go. Or there might be a civilian who looks at it and fucking gives a goddamn. Because none of these mandated reporters are gonna fucking look. I get that it's going to take fucking time. And that's the fucking problem, is that the longer these son of a bitches procrastinate, the more fucking crimes are committed against me. And the amount of time that it takes these people to get off their asses and fucking do something, dozens more crimes are fucking committed. Being nice ain't the same as doing your job. This shouldn't have taken fucking 3 goddamn weeks. I am here to turn in fucking evidence against my perpetrators. And that goes across this entire goddamn state. Forcing me to go to my fucking predators to turn in my fucking predators is wrong. And you want to pretend that I'm a bad person because I'm angry? I'm angry because I'm being abused over fucking slander? I'm being abused over fucking lies? Because mandated reporters don't want to fucking look. They don't want to do their jobs. Just like these cops don't want to do their fucking jobs.
Is there more than one person? Okay. Okay, they said there was more than one person. So, do you have any identification on it? Okay. Do you have a current address? Or you just put that in the Okay. Does that have anything to do with what's going on? Let you know we're recording. Okay. Just guys are ready to move on. Let's see. One way. Can you give me my case number for this call? 108 case number 7131. I got it, thank you. Okay, let's see. Sorry about this. Each license is different.
Oh, that's what it was. I accidentally fast forwarded too much. Jesus fucking Christ, why is it not working? Fuck it. Sorry, it's repeating part of it.
Is there more than one person? Okay. Okay, it said there was more than one person found or one to file a complaint.
No, so it's just him, and I just advocate, so I'm just gonna sit here and talk to the police.
So,
Do you have any identification on me?
okay. Do you have a current address where you just live at your car? I'm homeless. I was made homeless because of crimes I did not commit. Okay. Does that have anything to do with what's going on? It does. It's the whole reason I'm here. Okay. Let you know I'm recording. Okay. Just has it right. Let's see. Give me my case number for this call. I got it. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Sorry about this. Each license is different. And do you have a phone number where you can be reached at? I have to call you.
Now let's wait for the part where she advocates. We'll see if she does at all. Now, mind you, at this point, she's refused to look at any evidence.
Yeah, you just tell us now. Write it down.
So there ain't much she'd be able to advocate about. That's the problem with me taking this shit in person with the intention of showing it to somebody who will help me.
So, can you tell me where this occurred at, or is this multiple? What's going on? Is it multiple situations? Okay. I was in the river. I'm here because I was told that I needed to go somewhere other than the river to turn in stuff that was going on in the river. I was also in the Dalles. Literally, they got services all over the country that don't do it. So what are you talking about when you say turn in information? Turn in abuse. I was being abused in the river and by house as well, by homeless people as well as law enforcement. Okay, and did you report it to somebody? I tried to. That's what I ended up over on this end of the state where I went over and over and over, tried to turn it in into the river. I tried to turn in. There's a man who's been stalking me since the river that I tried to turn in there. And he is also just followed me here to tell him about it. Did you get a case number from the police department? No, they wouldn't do nothing. They're useless. Hold on a minute. I need to clarify a few things. I might interrupt you. Yes, sir. So if I understand you correctly, in Hood River, somebody was harassing you and you tried to report it to the Hood River Police Department, and they refused to take your case, or take a report.
Yeah, they refused to do a goddamn thing the whole time I was there. Going out of their way, every step of the way, to threaten, harass, and intimidate me for trying to turn in their officers. I went to the places that I was told to go and was told that I went to the wrong place because now I'm in the wrong jurisdiction. I was only one fucking town over. The reason I was one town over is because that's where I was told I needed to go. That's where the fucking services are that I need to go to get fucking help. Of course, same as here. No advocate. Nobody actually looking at evidence and fucking speaking up. How the fuck are you supposed to get an advocate when nobody is going to do their fucking jobs?
Yeah, they also didn't give me a case number. They blew me off, talked over me, basically treated me like I was a homeless junkie. Okay.
And threatened the shit out of me.
You said that was a Hood River police department. That was Hood River. I'm gonna write that down because I have to tell you, we take things seriously. So I will call them and I'll try to find out if there is anything that, if there's any record of it being reported. So this there is record being reported.
I'm going to pause this. There is a lot of record of it. It's the shit I'm trying to fucking show the lady. It's the shit that I was trying to show the mandated reporters in the Hood River. Same thing as trying to show the evidence in fucking the Dalles. Same thing with trying to show evidence here. If that woman will not fucking look at it, how the fuck is she gonna advocate?
So I have record of you talking to an officer about it? Yes, I also have audio recordings in my vehicle doing the same thing. Of people harassing people harassed me as well as cops blowing me off about it. Just out of curiosity, what did they tell you when you reported it? What was the reason they were giving for not reporting it, not taking it seriously?
Now, we're talking about literally dozens of situations that happen in Hood River and the Dalles. Dozens. So we need to break it down individually by fucking date. And that cannot be done by a fucking hobo in a goddamn car! I need actual fucking help! Not somebody to sit in the goddamn corner!
Well, that depends on the situation. Because, like I said, it's happened at this point hundreds of times. This guy with license plate number CCD 2672, he's one of the people who was threatening to kill me there, and he showed it to me. So, do you know what his name is? I don't. Do you know what kind of vehicle it is? Yes, it's a Dolphin. Like a RV. Yes, sir. This is it.
My predators all had help. All of these people who say that they can't fucking do nothing. Yes! They are mandated reporters. They are required to fucking do something. If they can do this shit for my fucking predators, then yes, they can do it for me! This abuse has been nationwide! Nationwide! The abuse from people here in Oregon started the day Natalie fucking disappeared! Fuck the police.
There's 6 or 7 altogether just that so you don't know anybody's name? They never told you his name? But he did tell me his name, and it's in my recording, but I don't have the place to process it because I'm with him. Okay. And just out of curiosity, this guy is here in Tillamook County? Yes, sir. He's followed me to like 4 or 5 different locations. Okay. Just, and what does he do? What are the things that he does?
Now, mind you, I was trying to turn in Molly.
Do you have a video? Can you show me a video? Did you take a video of his face out? I did. Yeah, if you could show me a video of his face. This is starting to sound like somebody that I know. There's a lady down at the Starbucks with Brent Meyer. She said that
Her name is Brandy.
But yeah, this guy was outside of several days. Other videos of the river on my channel speaking up about it. Logan and Shayna. So is he like a white guy? He's a white guy. He's kind of portly. Do you know he has like short hair, long hair? He's got short hair. He usually wears a cap though. I'm trying to find one specifically from. And when you first came across him, he was young. Did he say any reason why he was yelling things at you? Well, when I first met him, it was in the river. Like I said, the police told him that I was schizophrenic, doing drugs with people in my vehicle. There were no room for people in my vehicle, let alone. Sorry to as a result of that, it resulted in him having an altercation where he was going to assault me.
You notice he keeps trying to talk. He's got something he has to say.
So in Hood River, he had never met you before, but the cops told him that you were schizophrenic. The cops told him, I'd never met the cops before either at that point. At that point, they had harassed me twice over a guy who was walking around town with rocks. And I've got, like I said, I remember everything. I've got all of this recorded on my YouTube. And I guess they kept harassing me over this other guy who had rocks. And multiple times there was at least somebody there to speak up and tell the cops I wasn't the right guy. The third time there was an issue with this guy with rocks. I gave Logan a cigarette, and I gave this guy who was the rock guy a cigarette. Logan is the guy that's in this RV? No. Logan is.
See, now if he'd shut the fuck up, I'd be able to explain it, but he can't shut the fuck up. He can't stop interrupting.
So essentially, other than following me from there, so has he ever said anything to you why he's calling?
Now we can get to this point if he'd shut the fuck up. All of his questions will be answered if he shuts the fuck up.
So that almost resulted in an assault in McDonald's. That assault in McDonald's didn't happen because Logan and Shayna spoke up for me. But the old man has not given up on him since. Logan and Shayna have since let me know that he was trying to coerce her to have sex with him using pot. She's like, pot doesn't work that way. But I have that recorded. So I'm trying to understand a little bit. So how? Sorry, can How do you know that the cops told him that you were a schizophrenic?
Well, let's answer that. For starters, he told me, and also so did Logan, and also so did fucking Shayna. 3 goddamn witnesses to the situation. That's one of those situations where I had to try to get the body camera evidence from those son of a bitches, and that is one of the things that they have gone out of their way to try to hide to this day. But this cop can't shut the fuck up. I need to turn in the shit with Molly because it is a very clear and immediate fucking danger. And this guy won't shut the fuck up.
So Logan and Shayna told you that the cops told them? Well, not just Logan and Shayna, Logan, Shayna, and the old guy. Do you have any cops' names? I do, but that's the problem with continually moving from one place to another. I tried to get a hold of the cops, they put me off, made fun of me, did the whole antagonization thing that they like to do. You said you had a recording of your interaction with the cops. I have dozens of recordings. You got on your YouTube channel? Some of it is on my YouTube. What's the name of your YouTube channel? Sean Davis. Sean Davis? Yep. And the thing is me, Wolf Goat, Sean Davis.
Now, this is not how an oral report is made.
So if I search Sean David on YouTube, it will come up. Yeah, there's also a lot that's not on YouTube. That's the problem with my friend Natalie was shot in the head in 2017. I was forced into office. And then I'm told to go jump through hoops that I'm not capable of jumping through because of physical disabilities and financial disabilities and homelessness. So this guy, if I understand you correctly, started harassing because the police in Hood River allegedly told people that you were schizophrenic.
Now, he's going to use the word allegedly because it's cops. We're about to get to the part where he goes completely off fucking base and way the fuck over the line to make fucking excuses for predatory goddamn officers elsewhere. No! This man does not deserve a goddamn badge!
Was in the parking lot. Okay. So, this vehicle, when was the last time you saw this vehicle? 2 days ago? Okay. Have you seen him at all today? I have not. Where does it do, sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions, but where do you normally see him at? There's certain places he got followed. It's not like I go see where he hangs out. I was in the river. He was following me in the river. I left the river. He followed me into the Tillamook National Forest. 2 different locations there. I actually turned around and went the other way so that I could avoid him. When I came here to Tillamook, 3 different times at least, just being in Tillamook, again, he's pulling up where I'm at. Now I have to make sure that I video stuff on YouTube and apply so that it's verified, so that if police try to pull what they did in Nebraska or Colorado, then there's still evidence that at least I tried that these situations did happen, that I am telling the truth. So here in Hood River, here in Tillamook, what has he done to you in Tillamook? Followed me around and harassed me. Followed you around and harassed you. And just so we're you and I both understand, in Oregon, harassment means unwanted touching. So he's
All right, so right there, he's trying to outright lie to me. Now, unwanted touching, that's not what the law says. That is not what the law says. It states very specifically physical or personal contact. Personal contact, if you call somebody up 100 times in one day, that's 100 personal contacts. My predators know exactly what they're doing because they're law enforcement. Law enforcement are the worst people in the country. And this guy's about to go out of his way to show that he's a fucking straight up goddamn piece of shit. He's also about to show why it is that Monica needed to look at the fucking situation and look at the evidence. Of course, in 3 goddamn weeks of jumping through hoops, she never looked.
Actually, harassing, the legal definition of harassing. I know it's hard because in other places they define harassing as following someone or giving. But in Oregon, legal definition of harassment is unwanted touching. So
he's wrong and he's lying out his ass. Look it up.
So here's the thing. If it's a public street, yeah, he can follow you around. Now, if it becomes such a problem and you can show 6 months worth of it, if you can show cause, you have to go show cause, you can get a stop, protective stop order against this person. But you have to go to the circuit court and you have to petition the court and show them cause why. Showing the videos, showing interactions with why is that.
But they won't allow it. That's the problem. For 6 goddamn years, not one fucking court has allowed me to do that. Not fucking one! Instead, even in Chapel, Nebraska, I was threatened, harassed, and intimidated by fucking Polly Olson of all people. Because my predators in law enforcement in Dual County, Nebraska are her fucking friends. We'll press play.
Get a stalking protective order, and then if the person comes within, like whatever the court designates, 100 feet, or anything like that, or contact you, then they can.
Now, meanwhile, I've got protection orders against me that I never, not once, was allowed to go to a single one of those fucking court dates or show evidence. I was literally threatened, harassed, and intimidated, and so was my little sister for trying to turn in Scott DaCosta. You son of a bitches!
Criminal liable. So, like I said, I know people's definition of harassment, the definition of the dictionary is a little bit different.
Now, how long has he gone through trying to sell this fucking lie?
The other told that if I go to this place or I go to that place, I'll get help. I go to that place and I don't get it. So what kind of help are you looking for? Well, first of all, I'm disabled and my disability was taken away. I need my disability back and I need to be in a place where I am safe, where I'm not being harmed. Okay. After Natalie Bollinger got shot in the head, all over the news, this hell is not stopped in 60 years. That's understandable. And the thing is that I'm being victimized primarily by law enforcement, and that's the worst part. I didn't ask to be homeless. I didn't ask for law enforcement to not do their jobs and result in my friend getting killed. And no matter where I go, I'm told I have to go somewhere else, or I have to call another agency. I literally can't do those things for myself. I have to go out and I am an at-risk adult who literally cannot take care of myself. So these things that he said to you, following you, and he also used racial slurs against you. There's a lot of those on there. Okay. And then I think I already asked you, but did he ever give you a reason other than the fact that the cops supposedly told him that you were a drug user and stuff? Does he think you are someone else, or do you think that you've done something to him? No, the thing is that it hurt his pride. His pride. Doing stuff was inappropriate, and you called him out on it. Damn right. Did you call him out on it, or did you report him to the police? Well, I tried to report him to the police. That didn't work. What was he doing? He spoke with the other people that tried to do that stuff. Well, the starter was trying to start fights with me at McDonald's. Now, when I was in McDonald's River, yes, he touched me in the McDonald's River. No, it wasn't punching me in the face, but it was going to be, because that's what he was threatening, and that's what he was pushing. Now, he's been following me ever since. That's the problem, is that he followed me here from the river. He followed me to the other seems a little very suspicious. And then once he left the rest area, I went to the tell them, look, he stopped here on multiple occasions, including I drove to the rest area all the way outside of town because he was pulling in over there at Fred Meyer. I went out there outside of town, and that's where one of those videos I showed you is that rest area right outside of town. Okay. Well, here's what I can do. I can call the River Police Department and see if someone will speak to me. I've never had a problem talking to anybody from other agencies. To talk to them, find out what they know, if they can give me any of the details, and maybe find out a reason why if they have whatever their reason might be for not taking it seriously. Because I'm homeless and I tried turning them in. Well, if that's the case, then that's no good. But here's the other thing. If there is some wrongdoing on the part of the police department, I can bring that to the attention, of my sergeant in a report when I file this report. But we don't really have any authority to bring charges or to even make an accusation to another department. That would have to be the Department of Justice. Now, a recommended email. If I call and there is a legitimate reason, until I talk to my sergeant lieutenant, and they feel that based on the information we have that they're losing, the Department of Justice and here already contacted and they open an investigation. I was told to contact them already. The problem is having to do it by myself. I don't get anywhere. That's one of the reasons that I'm going to one service after another and being sent one to another. My part will do. Yeah. I'll put that in my report and like I said, report it. As far as the as far as this person following you around, obviously, if you feel that this is becoming such a great problem, which
It was that great of a problem in Hood River.
file a stop and protect order, and I've tried that multiple times over the last 6 years. We got shot in the head, and some of these true crime things have.
I've been harassed from one end of the country to the other. I've been threatened from one end of the country to the other. I've been assaulted from one end of the country to the other. Now this right here, with me getting to talk to a police officer, with Molly in the room, getting to record the actual situation, actually being able to record it, and although I don't believe anything will happen, I don't believe that anybody's actually going to investigate it, the fact is that I can't be continued to be talked over and have the evidence ignored and be expected to perform fucking miracles with jack shit. Anyway, we're at 1 minute 27 seconds. 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 50 something seconds. So there's still a little over a half an hour more recording there. We haven't gotten to the parts where he's screwing up the worst yet. As far as turning in a situation like that, yes, any police officer in any jurisdiction can do that. Any officer. Police officers who choose to neglect at-risk adults or to take part in the abuse against them, these are the worst human beings on the planet. These are the scum of the earth. And sometimes they talk nice. Now this guy right here, he's already lied to me at least 3 different occasions. Yes, I look up the laws. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being bullshit. So that officer, screwing up as badly as he did, there's not going to be any consequences for him. The consequences are for me. When it comes to advocacy, how the hell is anyone going to advocate for me if they won't look at the evidence? That don't work, homie. None of these people want to look at the situation that I'm in. Actually look. You know, that lady there, Molly. Sorry, not Molly. Mildred. Not Mildred. Not Maggie. Not Missy. Something starts with an M. Not Miranda. It's not Margot. Fuck, it starts with an M. What's her name? Fucking Christ. This is one of the things with having to deal with so many people. You gotta fucking sort through. Monica, that's what it is. Monica. This is really what I needed Monica to do 3 weeks ago. In the last 3 weeks, it would have been nice to show her the evidence of the shit that's going on. For her to actually be familiar with it. So that she can actually advocate. How are any of these places going to actually advocate if they're making every excuse for the police? I got to be afraid to go to sleep. I got to be afraid to park anywhere. Because people don't like fucking hobos. At least the officer was talking nice. Of course, you get to hearing that where once he got a nugget in his head, it didn't matter what I was saying. He was gonna fucking ignore everything that I said because he wanted to keep that one little nugget there so that he could spit it out at me later on. That's the problem with not listening to understand. You're listening to respond. That's kind of like when someone says, "How you doing?" "I'm doing all right." "Are you really all right?" "No, you're not." "Why did you tell him you're all right?" "Well, it's fucking proper social etiquette." Fuck social etiquette. Social etiquette says that the victims need to shut the fuck up. Fuck social etiquette. These people did this shit knowingly, willingly, and intentionally. Now I'm here in Tillamook. Now at least we was finally able to sit down in a room together and me actually speak without being, well, you get to see how I was continually interrupted. And that officer wanted to sell bullshit. And if, fuck, it's not Mildred, it's not Miranda, it's, fuck, what's her goddamn name? Monica. Fucking Christ. You know, here's the thing, is that, sure, I wanted to believe that they were going to help, but after 3 weeks, and everything keeps getting worse, and nobody's done anything, and I have to talk to the cops by my fucking self, and they expect me to do things that people cannot do without the fucking resources. By the time they get around to collecting the fucking evidence, they will have already stolen my fucking evidence. Because I don't have the money to fucking take care of myself. Because the money that was supposed to be for taking care of myself ended up getting wasted on jumping through fucking hoops with no fucking representation, no fucking lawyer, not one goddamn friend speaking up. The fact is, every single one of these agencies was created so that people like me, who don't have families that fucking give a shit, can still get justice. Instead of being forced into a situation where they're going to be victimized for the rest of their fucking lives just because they're disabled. You guys want to say, oh, you can't use autism as an excuse for what you've done? Fuck you. I'm not using autism as an excuse for what I have been forced to do. My predators used autism as their excuse to commit crime after crime after crime. If we're in the room together and I got that evidence, you can look at it right then and fucking there. We are in the same fucking room. At least they talk nice. I don't have a safe place to go to sleep, ever. I am stuck out here having to be worried that I'm going to be victimized by the fucking cops because I'm fucking broke and don't have any property of my own. My predators all got away with not doing their fucking jobs. Like I said, most of my predators were law enforcement. And I do have to consider mandated reporters law enforcement. They are an important and integral key to making that system work. And it doesn't when they're fucking lazy and when they're blowing off the victims, when they're repeatedly sending us to places that they already know don't fucking work. You know, when you've got one of these caseworkers who tells you, oh, we didn't know. Well, what about the 30 other clients that you've got going through it? Are you telling them that you didn't know as well? I got to try to do this all in a vehicle with physical disabilities, with financial disabilities, and with mental disabilities, all of which were created by abuse from Natalie Bollinger, her fucking cronies, and the Boulder Police Department. These officers worked together across multiple jurisdictions. Repeatedly told me to go to other jurisdictions for help, or shipped me to other jurisdictions when I tried to turn them in. Meanwhile, if I'd have had just one goddamn friend, we could have actually gotten something done about this instead of all of this fucking bullshit. Now you got to hear there that the cop was talking nice. Had some good pointers too, didn't he? But he's looking at the evidence. No. He did say that guy was familiar and that he thought he knew him, the guy driving the Dolphin. It's not illegal for you to drive on a public road, same as somebody else. It is illegal for you to actively pursue someone who is trying to turn you in. That's the thing about Scott DaCosta. He knew that I was trying to turn him in. So did Leslie Snell. That's why they committed the repeated felonies that they did. Scott DaCosta, after assaulting me, a month later, I get assaulted by Robert Franklin Mornick, and I have to go to the Dual County Sheriff's Department to turn in this fucking chimo. Department of Justice? Are you fucking kidding me? No, the Department of Justice isn't going to do shit unless Meg actually fucking speaks up, or Monica actually speaks up. That requires looking at the fucking evidence, taking an active role, and not fucking procrastinating until it gets so fucking out of hand. Not fucking procrastinating until everything that somebody has is fucking taken away. I have to be afraid to exist anywhere because I don't own property. So anybody who owns property can fucking harm me and I get locked up. I'm literally forced to break the law to get something done. And what these cops here in this town are doing is forcing me into a situation where I literally will have to break the law to force them to do something about the fucking abuse. Now, we've already played that in, 3 sections now? We got to start off with the situation with Molly. That's what it was supposed to be about. But then again, there are a lot of fucking predators, not just Molly. He was interested in the dude and the dolphin, so that's what we went off on. What he wanted to fucking know. Not what he needed to know, but what he wanted to know. And if he'd have just shut the fuck up, his questions would have been answered. Instead, it's a confusing fucking mess because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. Still nicer about it than most. No, I can't turn it into the Department of Justice without fucking help. You see what I fucking live in? You really think that I'm able to fucking magically go through all of that? Huh? You think I can magic up a goddamn power outlet? Magic up the goddamn income to run around the entire goddamn country for zero fucking help? Every single mandated reporter has told me to go elsewhere. They don't care about the hell that I go through. They just don't want to get in fucking trouble. They don't want to get in trouble. Oh, I get that. I don't give a holy fuck. Matter of fact, I want you to get in trouble. I want you in prison for the felonies that you fucking committed. I want you in fucking prison for helping sex offenders and rapists and murderers to get away with this. I want you in fucking prison for not doing your fucking job. I didn't make Tom a bitch. Just like I didn't make Candace Bondurant a bitch. Just because I didn't make Eric Schwartz a bitch. They were already bitches. They were already fucking cowards. And I'm not the one that made them that way. I suppose they were taught that way. There is nobody in my family who actually gives a shit about anybody other than themselves, with the exception of me. I do care about my little sister's safety. I do care about my niece's safety. See, that's where this all fucking started, is with people like, Tim Beeson later on. But there was a shit ton of people who wanted to threaten to kill me and my loved ones. Go ahead and fucking kill me. Don't fuck with my loved ones. All over a junkie fucking whore. Oh, you don't like that, do you? You don't like that word. Some of you don't like the word junkie because you're fucking junkies. And some of you don't like the word whore because you've been whores. Oh, you want me to be nice? You want me to be nice? Oh, these poor addicts. These poor addict prostitutes. No, you're a junkie fucking whore. You destroyed innocent fucking lives because you're a junkie fucking whore. Natalie Bollinger is not the only junkie fucking whore I know. Rand Ingersoll was a fucking junkie whore. Mandy Hughes was a junkie whore. Mandy Singer was a junkie whore. I know a lot of women who have been junkie whores in my lifetime. You being a junkie whore ain't my fault. You doing fucked up shit to me because you're a junkie whore. Also not my fucking fault. Being victimized over slander, also not my fucking fault. Having my life threatened by Natalie Bollinger's friends and families for over a year. Over a year before she was fucking killed. What are you guys going to do about it? Are you doing anything about Ted Bollinger? Are you doing anything about Troy Bollinger? As far as the Department of Justice goes, just like everyone else, it's always someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else. Meanwhile, literally nobody helps me with the fucking evidence. Nobody bothers making a goddamn effort to look. They want to ask for evidence that I'm capable of producing as long as I have a place to do so. I have to go through literally thousands of fucking recordings. If I have a place to work on it, yes, I can do those things. Being stuck out here for a whole goddamn weekend when I need to be turning in my fucking predators, this is not okay. I am an at-risk adult. I cannot go to the police by myself. They will not do their fucking jobs. Now, the last half of that, he really gets talkative. Really starts making excuses for the fucking predators. No, I've got no fucking faith in that piece of shit doing his fucking job. Are you fucking kidding me? After he talks all that pretty nice game at the beginning, he finishes off with a fucking... I just want to go to sleep. I have to be afraid to go to fucking sleep, you pieces of shit. Afraid to go to fucking sleep. I have to be afraid to fucking park anywhere. These people are the ones who are lucky enough not to live in a state where they're mandated reporters. They're still accomplices. See, that's the thing, is that mandated reporting isn't the only thing that you get charged with. You are an accomplice to gaslighting. You are an accomplice to threats, harassment, and intimidation of an at-risk adult. You should have thought about that. Oh yeah, you did. You summed up the situation, realized that I don't fucking matter as a human being, neither do my rights. You assessed the situation and decided I wasn't a human being. Well, your assessment is fucking wrong. You're not a human being. You're a fucking monster. Now, as far as the bullshit with Molly goes, it's pretty obvious I started off trying to turn in Molly. Now, we Worked on the situation with that dude with the dolphin. He's asking me these people's names. I don't know Molly's last name. I don't know that other dude's last name either. That's why I record everything. I can't remember every fucking moment of every goddamn day. Lucky for me, I am able to remember the most important details for a period of time. But it's been 6 goddamn years of being forced to move because cops aren't going to do shit unless there's an actual advocate. And no, this lady is not advocating. She can't advocate if she's not willing to look at the fucking evidence. So if I ask for a different advocate, am I going to get a different advocate before my fucking vehicle gets stolen along with all the fucking evidence? Or is it going to be more bullshit like this? I need fucking sleep. But I have to be afraid to go to sleep because it's illegal to go to fucking sleep. You're fucking crazy. By making this shit stretch out for 3 goddamn weeks before actually doing anything, I've been deprived of even more fucking resources because nothing was fucking done about Molly. No, I don't know their last names, and that's one of the biggest issues is that I don't know my predators' last names in this situation, but they sure as fuck know mine. I need help showing the evidence before it gets taken away. Not bullshit for 6 goddamn months. Not being sent from one fucking jurisdiction to another. No more of this grass is greener on the other fucking side. Why don't you try Portland? Why don't you try Salem? Why don't you try Eugene? How about shut the fuck up, find out what's going on, and do your fucking job as a mandated goddamn reporter? Fuck this goddamn country and everybody who supports it. I wouldn't mind supporting Germany, but I'm not going to support Nazi Germany. Same goes for the United States. We didn't defeat the Nazis, we became the Nazis. Of course, homeless people are the new Jews. Homeless people are the new blacks. Homeless people are the new Mexicans. Homeless people. Why? Because all of these other groups that you hate are protected. Meanwhile, the one group that comprises of people from every part of the spectrum, as far as the socioeconomic status goes, you got to fight for the homeless. Yes, there are rich people who have gone homeless. There's people who are famous NBA players who are now homeless in Los Angeles. God damn. Must be rough. You feel bad for him because he used to be famous. He could have been a contender, right? I need sleep. I also need to warm up. I also need to make sure that I got a charge on my phone in case of emergencies. Now, as far as calling 911 goes, no, I need someone to make the calls with me. If you're not going to call 911 with me, don't tell me to call 911. Anyway, the recording that I played, it's pretty mild and, well, almost makes him sound like a nice guy who might try to do his fucking job. I doubt it, though. With Monica, I mean, girl, blue hair, and that didn't go over well, did it? Nope, can't stay there. Can't stay over at Fred Meyer's either. That's the thing about procrastinating and dragging your goddamn feet. Homeless people are victimized until they move on. They got about a 2-week fucking window. You have that long to protect the victim. You have that long to take steps to protect the victim from further abuse. I like Monica, she's nice. She doesn't understand what she done jumped into, though. That's the problem with look before you leap. A lot of people wanted to defend me not knowing what the fuck was going on. They ended up, well, outright lying and misleading the situation. They were just trying to help. Well, here's the thing. You're not helping by lying, because I already told the truth about those situations. Maybe you should have used your fucking brain. I don't have a choice about going to sleep. I have to. It's time that we armed the homeless with a few long-range, reach out and touch someone kind of rifles. Maybe a Remington 700, that'd be a nice one. Those who are trained as shooters will get them a Remington 700. The ones who ain't shooters, well, give them a shotgun or a scattergun. Make sure that they can defend themselves even if they ain't the best shots. That is what needs to happen. People need to stop being cowards. They need to stop victimizing the victims. I'm tired enough that I don't think that speaking is going to do anything more positive for me tonight. The problem is I don't got nobody to talk to. I'm lucky. Once in a great while I get to have a conversation like them young ones last night. All right. Barely stay awake. What keeps me going is that I know what happens. I know what happens if I'm not heard. I know what happens if I'm not allowed to show evidence. Please help make it stop. please help to get assisted termination of life legal for people like me.